So Lamu Island, the glorious Lamu Island, stunning views by the way, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This means that while that's a nice thing and it's incredible tourism, there isn't much education. The main economic activity is tourism and fishing. You're trying to tell them you can sell the top you're wearing, for instance, or a cushion like this for 10 or 20 times more if you sell it online. I'd like to say that I wake up at 5 a.m, I go to the gym, I drink soya tea, no sugar. No. It depends on what time I slept the previous night. Sleep is very important to me. As long as you know what your goals are and what you're aiming for, you get to manage your energy more than you have to manage your time. And I think that allows me an opportunity to be kind to myself. Hi, my name is Cindy Adam. I am the CEO and founder of Village to Nation. I'm working. I can work from anywhere here or in this room. It's so cool. Show you where I was, where we took the other video. Mm-hmm. The other video, the other time, the setup was a bit different, but this is where it was. A lot of times this place has been designated for film. I finished law school and I couldn't get a job, to be honest. But I didn't want to get to 40 and look back and I'm this very brilliant lawyer everyone is impressed by and empty inside. I was very specific about the kind of career I wanted for myself and all the ways that I knew I could add value. So in the whole process of figuring out what's the best way forward, I knew I had to learn a number of things, but a lot of the content online was not very related to me as a Kenyan living in Kenya. So I realized if this is a problem I'm facing, it's probably a problem other people are facing as well when it comes to trying to move forward. So one thing led to the next. So international development combined with learning led to us being here. Village to Nation is a learning company. Our classes are live, a combination of live and pre-recorded. We are playing in the Africa marketplace at the moment, and we specifically sell targeted content that is relatable to our learners. The journey started with the Dadaab refugee camp, and where we were going in is it possible for us to help jumpstart the remote economy there, teaching young people how to gain the skills they could use to earn from the online marketplace, for instance. When we wrapped up from the Dadaab, we went to Lamu, except COVID hit after we had just had one cohort of learners and we couldn't fly down there anymore. There were no gatherings allowed. You know, the whole also financial model that was relevant to helping us sustain the digital hub there couldn't be sustained during the coronavirus period. So we get to sit back and ask ourselves, do we wait out the pandemic? Nobody knew how long it's going to last. It's going to be a 1 week thing. Turns out it's a 1.5+ year thing. So we got to ask ourselves, so what now? Then it came to us and said, we still have relevant content. There are people who could use what we're teaching. We could just find a way of teaching it online. And that's when we moved online. And the rest has been history. 3,000 students, plus students later, a number of testimonies as well, a new platform, okay, and now developing the app. Later, all these things have been a way of showing us that what we're doing is important. Just also having this conversation to figure out what are some of the struggles that she's faced, you know, some failed partnerships, things just don't work out, you know, being able to finance herself as an entrepreneur and everything. So what's the one thing you've learned from me then?
What I have learned from you?
Mm-hmm.
To dream big.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I no longer set my goals. I no longer set average goals.
Yeah.
Why set average goals so you can go all the way out?
Straight to the moon, baby.
From you.
Really?
You are the biggest dreamer I have ever met.
Oh, that is very sweet. Absolutely. I feel like being able to collaborate with partners from across different parts of the continent can help jump not jumpstart you, but can really give you an insider into some of these countries. Nigeria is a continental powerhouse, but it's a lot harder being in Kenya, trying to get into Nigeria from the internet, obviously. But if I had already, I mean, I've been to Nigeria twice, but if I had cultivated a stronger community there and people knew my brand maybe in some ways, then it's easier to trust, because some people can be very protective, you know? So that's why I told you that we are considering living in some African countries for a month to just see how things work in those continents, because people want to, I don't know, yes, it's a digital world, but the whole physical thing can be important when it comes to creating partnerships that trust you, that you trust, and things like that. So I'm a big people person, and I'm hoping that that can also just keep spilling over and just getting a whole team of people emotionally invested and making emotional decisions to our benefit. I want us to be just synonymous to knowledge and learning and endless possibilities, you know, and make a of money too, because I have to buy my Range Rover. So it has to be white. For me, the mentorship that I got from the YES program has been wild, you know. The content has also been really helpful, especially because it came at a time when we were all navigating COVID-19 and what it meant. The YES program took me through the journey of what it means to pivot a business and to operate it in a way that gives it a chance to succeed. I'm really thankful, and Isaac and the team were wonderful. They could call and check in and see, hey, what's going on, you know, and all that. There's a lot of opportunities that we're considering collaborating on as well with the Africainsaite, the YES team. And for me, you can't put a price on relationships like that. And every time we get a former student saying, you know, I was able to get a job because of the class I took with you guys, it makes some of the hard days a little easier to bear, because there's purpose here and mission. Some of the other things I really want to see is people actively using the skills that we teach to create something, to build something, to grow themselves in one way or another. I want that to be like that, you know? Yeah, so I want us to be more than just an online school. It'll be hard, but just do what you can. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.